Good morning, boys and girls. It's time for our problem of the day. And today, our math story is all about shirts. So let's read the problem. Put your finger on the first word and move it along as I read. Dad has a lot of shirts. Dad washes 3 blue and 5 white shirts. How many shirts does Dad wash? Okay, so remember, when we see a word problem, after we've read the problem, we try to guide our own thinkings by going through the solve method. And S, we study the problem. O, we organize the facts. L, we line up a plan by thinking about what type of problem it is. V, we verify that plan with action by actually using all our strategies to solve the problem independently. And then finally, we examine our results by writing the answer, making sure they have units, and maybe writing a sentence. Let's begin. S, underline the question. So let's underline the question. How many shirts does Dad wash? Now let's think about the problem. What is this problem asking us to find? This problem is asking us to find the amount or the number of shirts that Dad washed. Now we go to O, organize the facts. Let's circle the important facts. And how do we know a fact is important? It means that is going to help us solve our problem. And what's going to help us is that we need to know that Dad washed 3 blue and 5 white shirts. Okay? What is not important is that Dad has a lot of shirts. So even though we circle this, we need to pay attention to those two numbers. Check and check. Now we're going to line up a plan. Like I explained before, this is where we think about what type of problem this is. Is this a putting together problem where we add? Or is this a taking away problem where we cross stuff out? And what do the numbers that Miss Allen underlined, numbers 3 and 5, represent? Okay, so this is what type of problem? Exactly, a putting together problem, because Dad had 3 blue and 5 white shirts. So let's draw a picture. And Miss Alice is not going to draw shirts. I'm going to draw lines, because you can draw anything. Okay, so let's go. 1, 2, 3. That's our blue. And then on this side, I'm going to draw how many? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since this is a putting together problem, we have to count them all together. So you count and write your answer. Put a check for the strategy that you use. Now we're going to use objects. So I'm going to use my double-sided counters. So I'm going to give 3 for the 3 blue. And then I'm going to give 5 for the 5 white shirts. And let's count. We're going to count on from 3, because we know this is 3. So let's count on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we had 1, 2, 3 red. And then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow counters that represent our problem. Okay. Now let's think about what I did. When I put them together like this sign that I need to use, it's the plus or the addition sign, the add sign, right? And what did I add? Let's look at the counters. 3 and 5. And when we counted, we got 8. We're going to start on the 3 on our number line. And remember that forward is add and backward is minus. And we are going to add 5 white. So that means we're going to jump forward 5 times. So look at exactly what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I landed on the 8. Circle the 8. This tells your teacher what direction you hopped in. You started with the 3 because there's a dot on the 3, and you landed on the 8. So they know you moved forward or to the right. Put a check. And on our 10 frame, we're going to draw our dots, right? And we're going to use this. So we had 3 that represent the 3 blue, and then you're going to draw 5 more on your 10 frame. And that's how 8 looks on your 10 frame. And you're going to put that in here. And lastly, we're going to use all our strategies to think about what the parts are and what is the whole. Okay? So remember, the whole is the circle with the 2 arms coming out. So make sure you label so you don't put the wrong number there. And I am going to leave one of these empty, right? So let's think about what are my parts. Look at the 10 frame. You can also look at the pictures and your equation to help you figure out what the parts are. And the parts is 3. We have 3 and 5. And when we put them together, we got the number 8. Put a check on your number bond. Make sure you write 8 in your answer key. And the unit is shirt. And boys and girls, shirt is in the question. So let's look. How many shirts? So we know how to spell shirts by looking at the question. S-H-I-R-T-S. That's it, boys and girls. Make sure that you fill in your 10 frame and your number bond. And I will see you tomorrow.